are excited to share with you some of the milestones of the year. And we're a little focused on milestones this year because I think we've had some that I think are worth reflecting on. And more importantly, I always look at a milestone that's really helping us think about where we're going as well. You'll notice that we have our little agenda for the day. And also we put a little some general stuff that I'll highlight today. I'll speak a little bit about it as well. We have a pretty filled day. And so what I'd like to do is briefly give you a bit of an overview of what we're hoping to accomplish today and then move forward. But basically, you know, we're taking steps, and we're taking steps as an orthopedic community, but I think at a larger scale, we're looking at a global vision for the type of things that we're doing. And today we bring together so many different individuals that are going to help us, but we remain fixed on the fact that what we do at McMaster and what we believe we do is core to promoting high quality clinical research, promoting good patient care, and promoting education at its highest level. And this wouldn't be possible without the faculty. And so this really is a day that we reflect on the things that you have done, and it gives us an opportunity to say thank you to all of you who have been so important. For some of us, and for some of you, you have seen changes, and these changes have led to a number of important roles for many of us. And specifically, I look to many on this slide who have put a countless number of hours, and I put forth to you that this is really just half of the you who have been putting in a tremendous number of hours. I also put forth to you that when we put the call out, only half of you showed up in the photograph. So anyways, we need to get you all of you these photographs. We look back on the type of things that we're doing, and as Anthony has shared with us, that we continue to believe that, right? I mean, for us, it's not about setting our goals too low and meeting them. It's about really setting them as high as we possibly can. But the goal for us has been to move forward and to continue to do our best to lead. We've had lots of interesting milestones this year as a division. We've been able to establish centers of evidence-based orthopedics focused to our core. We've been able to launch a website, which, you know, in many ways may seem somewhat trivial, but really is the face of our program. And in fact, and I might also request that maybe you turn your phones off for this. But the point here is that, you know, we're doing our best to raise awareness of the type of things we're doing. We're continuing to publish. We've had a really exciting year this past year. I was personally overwhelmed by the support we've had from the Canadian Orthopedic Association. We started a visiting leadership program, and we're conducting some new trials in areas that we haven't ventured before. So I think we're setting lots and lots of exciting milestones. But the residents here are still core to the work that we do. And as residents, you know in many ways that as much as faculty can help us in moving these milestones forward, we all have a role to play. And our residents have been equally important in sharing the milestones of the year. We've had a number of you who have gained awards, a number of you have been acknowledged for the work that you've been doing, both as an educator and more importantly also as a researcher. So we've got lots of opportunities for our trainees. We've had lots of new opportunities. We've got a surgical scientist program that continues to grow, and we've had really involvement of the group of you. So it hasn't been a single resident that is moving the program forward. It is a collective group of people that's moving the group forward. I think that's been pretty exciting for us. And here we are, right? We're trying to do this so we can actually affect change, and we can affect change across borders. And I put forth to you again that it is paramount that you've chosen this field and subspecialty because we are focused on improving the quality of life of patients with injury. And if we look at fractures, for example, as one of those injuries, we can fix those fractures and we look to restore function and improve the quality of life. But today is looking beyond, I would say, the following, and looking at the unique characteristics of the individual that we're treating. These characteristics look at age, these characteristics look at gender, these characteristics look at ethnicity, look at their social circumstances, and ultimately what we're trying to do by, in however we're managing individuals is to make their lives better. But we can't make their lives better if we don't understand the circumstances by which they're moving into society. And I think today is a lot of thinking through that. So today we're going to learn how high quality research can transform care around the world. I'll give a much more solid introduction, but here's Dr. Keith does not need an introduction to this audience. He has done more for our field in changing the way we done trials that have changed evidence more than anything else I can think of in Canada and certainly North America. Today we're getting to breaking news on one of the largest cohorts in fracture care in England. And we're going to share with you just how McMaster is a driver of change globally. We're going to host a guest nation. You know, we've seen that guest nations are hosted at the American Academy, they're being hosted at the Canadian Olympic Association. You know, there's no rationale as to why you can and can't do what you do, so we're going to host a guest nation this year. And we're going to host a nation that we've had, that I personally have had lots of interaction with, but I think that it's important. I'll share with you why India is our guest nation. But its ambassador for us this year is Hitesh Goldman. He's here to share with his insights. We're going to today understand the global community and really understand the individuals who are making impactful change. Now, not all of this is going to be core orthopedics, but I put forth to you that this is going to be information that is going to drive, I hope, the way you think going forward. Today we're going to explore the fundamental principles of peace and social justice and its impact in the context of health. And I've had the opportunity to interact with Rita Joshi recently, and she is phenomenal. I think you're going to get, again, another perspective on the men and women that we see in our clinics every day. Following that, we're going to share breaking news, the largest study of prevalence of domestic violence in orthopedic fracture clinics worldwide. Last year we came to you and we said we were going to pilot, and we were going to finish the study. This year we're coming to you saying we've completed that very study of over 3,000 women. And we have some important findings that are going to, I think, shape the way Canadian orthopedic surgeons and clinics ultimately view this particular issue, and I'll share with you again at that time. We're going to see our McMaster faculty, in this case Corinne Lorena, are changing lives of Canadians, and we're going to meet the driver of this particular effort, the largest single longitudinal cohort of aging. 50,000 men and women are going to be followed prospectively for a period of 20 years in Canada. And ultimately, we're going to walk the line and appreciate the critical balance of our lives. At the end of the day, you know, you work, and you decide how many hours of your day is going to be about work, but there is a critical balance. We're going to meet two very inspiring individuals who are going to help us understand sort of the benefits and risks of not maintaining that particular balance. We're going to share pride in the residents who are forging new innovations in our surgical science program. And as many of you already know, Sheila Singh has done a lot to promote that within our program, and she's kindly agreed to come here to tell us a little bit about how that program is, and we're going to introduce some of the topics of our new group, and more importantly, some of our residents who have done some really fabulous research. So here we are. We're at Mac Milestones, so I hope you can appreciate that today is really a day about really appreciating who we are, the faculty we have, and really bringing in the world's experts to help us think even bigger and